Hello, and welcome to this video on Oracle Linux 8. In this video, I will cover Oracle Linux 8's password aging and SU command. For our objectives today, and after viewing this video, you should be able to configure password aging and the hashing algorithm, manage and allow the use of SU command, explain restricting the use of the SU command, and lastly, you'll be able to describe the /etc/login.defs file. Password aging requires users to change their password periodically. Use the chage command to configure password expiration. The syntax is the chage command followed by options then username. To display existing password aging values and make modifications, enter the chage command followed by a username. As shown, the following information may be changed: minimum and maximum password ages, last password change, password expiration warning, password inactive, and account expiration date. Password aging information is stored in the /etc/shadow file. To view a user's entry before making any changes, use the grep command on the user's /etc/shadow file. As shown, the Oracle user is warned to change his password 7 days before the date this password expires. Also, the user cannot change his password for 14 days. And the maximum password set to 30 means the user has 16 days remaining before having to change his password. The Linux user password hashing algorithm is also configurable. Use the auth-config command to determine the current algorithm being used, or to set it to something different. The syntax for using the auth-config command is auth-config followed by the passalgo option equal to the chosen algorithm followed by the update option. Let's view the password aging information for the Oracle user. List the password aging information for the Oracle user by running the grep command on Oracle's /etc/shadow file. Notice the number of days, 18,493, which is counted from January 1st, 1970, was the last time the password was changed for the Oracle user. Also notice the number of days being 0, meaning never, that need to pass before the password must be changed by the user. 99999 is the maximum number of days since the password change that the password can be used. The password needs to be changed by the user after the number of maximum days. 7 is the number of days before the expiration date that the user is warned about the pending password change policy. If the password is not changed after 7 days, the user account is locked. Now let's use the chage command with the -L option to view password aging information for the Oracle user. Let's next modify the password aging parameters. Run the chage command followed by the Oracle user name. Let's change the minimum password age value to 14. Let's also change the maximum password age value to 30, while accepting the defaults for the rest. Let's now view the new results of the chage for the Oracle user in /etc/shadow one more time. As you can see, the changes were made for the minimum password age and maximum password age. Lastly, use the chage command again with the -L option to view the password aging information for the Oracle user. As you can see, the new values are present and changes were made. The /etc/login.defs file provides default configuration information for several user account parameters. The user add, user mod, user del, and group add commands and other user and group utilities take default values from this file. Each line consists of a directive name and associated value. Included in the /etc/login.defs directives are the location of user mailboxes, password aging controls, minimum and maximum values for automatic UID selection, minimum and maximum values for automatic GID selection, whether home directory should be created when adding a new user, a default UMask, and an encryption method used to encrypt passwords. You can limit access to the SU command to only those users who are members of the wheel group. Two steps are needed to limit user access to the su command. First, add the user or users to the wheel group. Second, add an entry to the /etc/pam.d/su file. For example, to limit su command access to the Oracle user, add the Oracle user to the wheel group using the user mod command as shown. Pluggable Authentication Modules, or PAM, is an authentication mechanism that allows you to configure how applications use authentication to verify the identity of a user. Uncomment or add the lines shown, starting with auth and ending with use UID to the /etc/pam.d/su file to permit root access only to members of the wheel group. Let's limit the use of the su command to the members of the wheel group. First, let's try to use the su as the Oracle user. The su command fails because the system is configured to only allow members of the wheel group to use the su command. Now let's add the Oracle user to the wheel group. Enter exit to exit from the Oracle user to root. Use the grep command to display the wheel entry in the /etc/group file. As you can see, the Oracle user is not a member of the wheel group. Use the user mod command to add the Oracle user to the wheel group. Rerun the grep command to verify that the modification occurred. As you can see, the Oracle user is now a member of the wheel group. Still as root, restrict the use of the su command to members of only the wheel group. Use the vi editor to uncomment and remove the pound character from the following entry in the /etc/pam.d/su file. With this entry uncommented, only members of the wheel group can use the su command with the exception of the root user. Now let's verify that only members of the wheel group can use the su command. As the root user, become the Oracle user again. Use the whoami command to confirm you are the Oracle user. Use the su command to become the root user and provide the password when prompted. The su command succeeded this time because the Oracle user is a member of the wheel group. You can also allow a regular user to run a command as root by preceding the command with sudo. The example shown uses sudo to allow a regular user to add a new user account. You are prompted for your regular user password, not the root password. The sudo privileges are configured in the /etc/sudoers file. The entry shown is present in the /etc/sudoers file by default. The first all parameter gives the root user permission to run commands from any host. The second all parameter, in parentheses, permits the root user to execute commands as any user. The ending all parameter indicates that the root user can execute any command. For the Oracle user to be authorized to run commands with sudo, an entry for the Oracle user in the /etc/sudoers file is necessary if the Oracle user is not a member of the wheel group. It is also necessary if the Oracle user is a member of the wheel group and this wheel entry is commented out in /etc/sudoers. Once added, the Oracle user can then run administrative commands by preceding them with sudo. The Oracle user will now be prompted for the user's password instead of the root password. And finally, commands starting with sudo are run as the root user by default. After watching this video, you should now be able to configure password aging and the hashing algorithm, manage and allow the use of su command, explain restricting the use of the su command, and lastly, you should now be able to describe the /etc/login.defs file. Oracle provides an extensive number of resources which you can use to learn more about this subject and others. Look for additional videos on Oracle Linux 8 and other topics using the links shown. This concludes the video. Thank you for watching.